Hey Sag, I am back with your May 2019 reading. So, before I get into what I was picking up with you, I was actually just in a little conversation with a friend of mine, Intuitive Perceptions, and uh, he said that the, his Sag reading was strange, and then I said, well, don't tell me too much because I don't want it to influence my reading, what I'm recording. And he agreed, and then so I got off the message with him, and then I started tuning into your energy, and yeah, weird, okay? I got scatterbrained, and then I got from the movie Elf, Cottonheadedninnimunggins. Like, so I feel like maybe your energy is a bit scattered, maybe a little clumsy, but still pretty playful. Like I feel like it feels pretty goofy to me. So I don't know if you're in a real like goofy energy. I'm seeing a jester, like the fool. The fool is somebody who's pretty careless, somebody who walks off a cliff with a, oh well, they just walked off the cliff, like they're very carefree. So maybe you're feeling carefree, Sag, but I feel like I also saw somebody stubbing their toe. So you got to be careful, okay? Because I feel like you have a bit of like blind faith going on and a carefree, whatever happens, happens kind of attitude. But, so I'm hearing cotton-headed ninny-muggins again. So I feel like it's like, um, there's almost like an I don't give a shit factor. Like if somebody chops off your arm, you're looking at it like, oh, but it's but a flesh wound, like you don't care, So that's what I'm picking up for you, Sag. I don't know why, but it's very flighty, I suppose. It's a good way to look at it, but that's the way your energy feels. It doesn't feel bad, but I feel like you have to be cautious. I feel that accidents can happen this month from not paying attention. So you've got to be really mindful. You're so it's like this innocence, that's coming over you, but um I don't know, it is kind of weird, it is kind of strange. So yeah, let's see what the cards say. It's very I'm very scatterbrained maybe, so let me I'm actually enjoying it. I don't think I would want to live every day in this energy, but for the moment while I'm doing your sign, it's pretty fun. So I don't know what's going on with you, but I feel like my brain is at a carnival. So hold on, let me turn the camera down. All right, Sag, let's see what we get for you for May 2019. I'm just giggling, I feel pretty giggly. Oh, what's a good way to describe it? Kind of like with everything going on around you, there's still the comical side of you. You're like kind of flighty, not giving it your attention, I suppose. I don't know. It's weird. Let's see what we get. Look at right there, the fool. Do you see that? While I'm shuffling. That's funny. I just noticed that. So, alright, Sag. Let's see what we get for you. Alright. And again, at the bottom of the deck. That's pretty wild. Alright. Sag, May. My cards are upside down. That's weird. Alright. Not all of them. May 2019, Sag. King of Pentacles. Oh, sheesh. Tower, upside down. My goodness gracious. The Lovers, yeah, scattered. I mean, these cards are just flying out, and wherever they land, however they land, it's weird. Alright, what's the name? Whoa, jeez. Very scattered. Alright, Six of Swords. Two of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. Page of Wands in reverse. Alright. Six of Cups in reverse. Like, so many things in reverse, but your energy feels good. So, let's see. So, the main energy is the Six of Swords. This is what's going on around you. So, it's kind of like coming out of a dark area into something more calm. Let me see. You know, gosh, I think this energy is coming in, the scattered energy is coming in with the Fool, like whatever happens, happens, because there is no control over anything. I feel like you're just kind of flowing with the tide, you know, wherever the tide takes you, wherever you land, it's going to be fine. I think there's a lot of chaos, and it's kind of rocky. And you're just throwing your hands up and like, yep, just take me wherever, like the Fool, like this carefree attitude. And I feel like there's a sense of performing with you. I feel like you're putting on an act. I don't feel like what's going on the outside, what people see on the outside, is really what's going on the inside. I feel like on the inside, there's a bunch of different things going on, which is what's causing this confusion. But on the outside, you appear to be grounded, stable, just living life day to day. But on the inside, that's not what's happening. I feel like on the inside, it's like this robot is short-circuiting, you know, like, you know, you see wires snapping and cracking, and, you know, electricity, you know, sparking, and everything malfunctioning on the inside. And on the outside, you know, you're juggling a lot, and it's almost like putting on an act, putting on a show, like a jester, to please the masses. You know, that's what it feels like to me. And I feel like you are letting down this resistance, or there is a resistance with the Tower coming down, you know. And I think you're going to come out of that. I feel like that's probably being caused by somebody. You may have an earth sign around you that's making things difficult for you. It's almost like you may have an earth sign around you, okay? Some of you, not all of you. But you may have, and it doesn't have to be earth. It can be anybody. But I'm seeing a people card here, all right? Like, there could be a person around you that's supporting you, that's trying to keep you stable, trying to keep you grounded. And you're not comfortable there, but it's kind of like you have to put on this show, put on this act, because you don't have many options right now. So you're just kind of like, whatever, wherever I land is where I land, you know? And so you're kind of out of character, it seems like. You're not living authentically, true to you. And I feel like it's out of fear. Like, you know, you may have this fear, like, if I say exactly what's going on with me, there could be this rejection, and then I'm out on my ass on a situation, you know. But the Tower itself, you know, if you can release this resistance, whatever this is, okay, and that's one scenario, may only be for a few. So continue to listen, because that's only for a small group. But I feel like the main energy here is letting the Tower happen. Once you finally let the Tower, because if you look diagonally here, okay, we've got the Six of Swords as the main energy. Letting this tide take you wherever it needs to. Whatever act you need to put on in order to get to this place, so be it, you know. But, you know, or whatever it is you need to juggle, whatever magic you need to perform in order to get to this place, then so be it. But you know, this tower is in reverse. It's like there's this resistance to let the change occur. But once you drop these pentacles, once you drop the pentacles and allow the tower to happen, then a new cycle can begin with the Wheel of Fortune upright, you know. Then the new cycle can begin. And it's not going to be comfortable. I'm hearing the song Boys to Men. I feel like you're having to grow up at an extremely fast rate. Something is maturing at an extremely fast rate. And this is what's throwing you off. I feel like the growth of something, whether it's yourself or an idea or a situation, is moving faster than you think you can handle. It's forcing you to kind of just throw your hands up and say, F it. Wherever you take me is where I land, because you have no control over it. And so I feel like this is where that scatterbrain comes in. Because it's almost like you don't have control over this. And maybe there were mistakes made in the past with the Cottonheadedninnimunggins. But I feel like it's forcing you to let go of things that didn't work, certain behaviors, certain patterns, letting that go, releasing that. So let me see, let me clarify this Page of Wands and this Six of Cups reversed. Yeah. Okay, so death at the bottom. So this is a transformation. This is definitely a change that needs to take place for you. There's a lot of work that needs to be put in with this. So I feel like it's like you're going from the Page of Swords, which is this pretty wild child, so to speak. You know, somebody who comes in, you're like, you know, wield their sword and just crazy-headed, you know, and then being forced to turn into a grounded, quiet, I don't know how to explain it. This is just a major maturity going on here. Major growth, major maturity. So I feel like this is what's going on, and this is definitely a lot of work. This is hard work, but you're doing it, you know, because you're being forced to. With this tower here, you're being forced to do it. You're getting some assistance with it. You're moving away from what, you know, it's like you're moving, and this was a choice, you know, with the Lover's card here. This is a divinely guided union, something that was divinely given to you, and you're moving away from it because for some reason you just didn't feel good there. But even though this was in your best interest, you couldn't see that. You couldn't see that. And now that you've moved away, you don't have a choice but to grow up really fast. And now there's this juggling act. But once you let the resistance down, you know, things will turn in your favor. And you're going to have to work for it. Like, the universe is saying, okay, this is what you wanted. The road will be rocky, but you're going to come out of it, you know. You could be going, some of you could be going from calm waters into turbulent areas as well, because of not letting this tower happen, or by creating the tower yourself, you know. And I feel like whatever happened, it was divinely guided. Even if it feels uncomfortable going into it, it was divinely guided, because there was a growth that needed to take place, and one that you weren't doing on your own, because you've been the jester, you've been the fool, living carefree, living like letting other people take care of things. I feel this can go either way. So this is a pretty confusing energy, Sagittarius. I hope this makes sense for you. And so please let me know in the comments. But in the meantime, I'm going to get some advice from Spirit with these oracle cards. Yeah, move. There's movement with the heart chakra. Mastering your emotions. Yeah, growing, you know. This could be an emotional growth as well. This is definitely about opening up that heart chakra for sure. You know, if you didn't care about things before, it's time to. Rest and reconsider. Yeah, you know, whatever direction you're moving into, if there is this resistance, reconsider that. Reconsider the motive. Reconsider what it is that's going on. You know, I know that you have this I don't give a crap attitude right now, like whatever happens, happens, but it could be to your own detriment, you know, so you really got to take that into consideration. Let me see one more for you, Sag. Let's see. Confront. Yep. You have to confront that inner child. There's a part of you that you really need to confront, that you're scared to confront for whatever reason, which is why we have the Six of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups is like a childlike energy, nostalgia. When it's in reverse, it's like letting go of that past. But I feel like this will come when it needs to come, and you need to put in the work to let that go. Whatever happened in the past, you've got to be able to let it go. But in order to do that, you've got to confront it first. You have to give it permission to be released. So you know, this is a time to go within. Mastering your emotions is key here. You know, give credit where credit is due. You know, if somebody deserves credit for something, give it to them. And if you deserve credit, give it to yourself. But allow this energy to flow. Allow it to move. Because I feel like there's a resistance with you. And because there's this resistance, you know, your guides are playing with you when they call you a cotton-headed ninnimunggins, you know. But because it's just foolish, but like the fool, but it's not irreversible. It's not something that you can't repair. I feel like this is something that may seem bigger than it really is. I feel like you can repair it, but you really have to be able to put that work in. And you know, it's so difficult sometimes to do a general reading because there's so many of you out there. And when I say fix it, repair it, I don't have an actual thing that you're supposed to be fixing and repairing because there's so many of you out there with so many different scenarios and situations going on. Like your own personal situation is authentic to you. So, you know, you kind of have to weed through this reading and try to figure out what fits and what doesn't. And you know, you'll know if you sit and think about this, what this is. But it's a very it is a very strange reading. It is a very confusing reading, but I think you'll understand it nonetheless. All right, Sag, but that's what I have for you. And take it easy, rest and reconsider, and keep moving forward, okay? All right, I'll see you next month, Sag. Take care.